you know, like birthdays and stuff like that. If you had enough money to go out and buy a cupcake, get a cupcake, put a candle in it, you know, give it to one another. Here, happy birthday. This is the best I could do. Anniversaries. There's the anniversaries that we have. We didn't have nothing, but it was the pure fact that we were together. You know, and, you know, and we still, to this day, we're still together.
This is love. Love, like in the Bible it says, love is trusting, love is caring, love is not giving up. I don't know the whole thing, I should know it. But, you know, it's not lying to each other. It's not, you know, it's not quitting. Love doesn't quit. I mean, you don't quit.
Love is like playing baseball. You got a team, you know, and if you ain't got the team there, then you ain't got no love there.
In all our midst of being homeless, whether we were in a hotel or in a shelter or whatever, you had roofs over your heads then, but you really realize the realisticness of being homeless when you're sleeping under the stars, you know, behind a garbage can on couches and waking up the next morning.
When they're sleeping in ants.
And my son woke up fully covered with ants.
Son's got bites and stuff on it. That's when you really realize that's not really where you want to be, but at the time that it was the situation that we were in.
It's brought us closer together. Being homeless has brought us closer together because we've had to work together. God's gonna make it better, you know. I mean, right now we're on the stroke up. We're at AOP. He's working. We're getting ready for the next stage of permanent housing. We're having to make sacrifices, but in the long run, you know, the sacrifice is going to be for the best of our families. For our family, it's all going to come together.
You just got to have patience. Transitional housing has actually helped me and my wife focus on one another and not worry about things that are day to day and giving us the right path to move on to.
It got us the services that we need, mainly Bruce's eye getting fixed so he could go to work. Bruce had to have cataract surgery. He was literally blind, and so being at the transitional housing, he was able to come back after the surgery and heal and get his eye fixed and be able to go to the doctor the next day so that when he was completely healed, he was able to go to work. So
it's got me to where I can actually sleep in bed, cook my meals, and plus the fact that I have my wife with me, you know, and that's a huge step for both of us right now.
I can cook, I can go shopping, I can bring home food and cook for my family.
It's a lot easier now than it was. We build our relationship on one another and try to build something out of our lives as a couple, and it seems to be coming together.
The first time I saw Bruce was at the Salvation Army, and I don't know, I had been there due to a domestic situation with another person, so I kind of wasn't really, I had my children, so I was really more in tune with what was going on with them, and I mean, it was a very bad situation that we came out of, so there was a lot of struggling that I was going through.
I dealt with her situations, you know, to be honest with you, I don't even know why it did, but it just happened. You know, there were some metrics there, just a lot of issues that she had were a lot of issues that I was, you know, going through in life, and it was like growing together. You know, what she went through and I went through was like, it was like a chemical. You know, the chemicals came together.
He has a cute smile. I mean, you know, here I am in a shelter with my 3 boys, and very bad situation that got me there. And you know, you don't really want to smile, but when somebody else can make you smile, you know, he said, well, the food isn't all that bad. You can still smile at it, you know. So it makes you laugh, you know.
I was sitting on one side of the building, and she was up there talking to some people, and when I first seen her, I thought she was a boy.
my hair.
I'm dead serious, because you know, everybody used to tell me, you see that girl over there? I said, yeah. She said, she looks like a guy, don't she? And I said, yeah, she does. Because from a long distance, couldn't really tell anyway until I got up close.
He was attractive. I mean, you know, he's short, bald-headed. I mean, you know, I've had worse. No. You cut that out. I was interested, but I wasn't like showing it. I wasn't gonna, because I just came from a bad relationship, and I was like, I ain't ready for all this again. I have to deal with my boys and, you know, legal stuff at the moment, so.
I just asked her if she wanted to go to the park or whatever, and we just counteracted dating off, and we just hit it off pretty good. We never had an argument till after we got married. Not much of an argument.
We were at the budget in. We had been there probably I don't know, he's been working and whatever, and I think we had just gotten some tax money or something, and I told him it was about time we got married.
We had been talking about it. We just haven't made up our mind whether we wanted to do it. So she actually asked me, I didn't ask her. I said, yeah. I said, well, okay. It was like, okay. You know, so we went down to the Justice of Peace and we got married.
And that's when I told him that every 10 years we were gonna have to renew our vows. And 10 years to the day, 4 years ago now, we renewed our wedding vows on May 15th, and in church, and it meant more. I wore a dress, and he wore a suit, and we had to go through premarital counseling, which was real fun, and because he had just come home he had just been in prison, so we hadn't seen each other in 2 years. So it was kind of, we were renewing our wedding vows, but we were also renewing our relationship. So, which meant a lot, because we were going through this ministry and learning more about God and our relationship with God, and we were renewing our relationship with each other all over again. So we were finding out what we missed in the 2 years and what we can build on now. Where did all that just come from? That was pretty cool.
I don't know, it's a pretty awesome feeling, you know, because it was always growing. It was never growing apart. It was always growing. I think this is the longest marriage I've ever had, 14 years.
Tell us a little bit about what Bruce means to you.
Bruce means everything to me.
Her accent, I like a little New York accent. I try to give her a southern drawl, but that ain't happening. She could keep that New York talk about herself.
Bruce is a very strong man. He's a hard worker, and he's a very good provider. And with all the things that we've gone through, and all the things that he's gone through, he's always put his family first.
She's just a caring, loving person. That's what I love about her. And she'll do anything in the world for you. It don't matter what it is. I was married 3 times before I met Patty. And, but after all my divorces and Well, no, I really didn't date a whole lot because, you know, I had too many hardships when I was growing up, so why try to get attached to something that's gonna fall away from me anyway? You know, I actually didn't even know how to really love somebody, you know, because I didn't feel love, so, you know, it's kind of hard to try to get into a relationship after things happen, to, you know, try to throw yourself out there to somebody, you know.
The core of Bruce and I is our family. I mean, that's what, you know, and that's what I'm trying to I mean, I have 2 older boys, but, you know, we don't have a tight relationship right now. But that's gonna come. God's gonna work that out. But Joshua, I'm trying to keep that together because it's hard on Joshua, you know. I wasn't around for my older 2 boys. So I'm trying to keep it, you know, Joshua. I mean, he's 16, he's at a very vulnerable age right now, and right now where he is, he's with a very good family. Bruce and I, we just try to keep, you know, connection and trying to do what we can for him. I mean, it's hard for him to feel like he's not, you know, he wants to be able to have some stuff like other people have.
I'm not judgmental, even with people that have more than I have. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are homeless that take advantage of the situation. And there's people out there that really need help that can't get it because people look at them like they look at another homeless person who they're just out to get whatever they want.
If we shouldn't judge somebody who's rich, you know, because they have money and whatever. So why should they judge you because you don't have a little bit? You know, I mean, I guess everybody judges everybody somehow, but you know, to judge a homeless person in a lot of ways is wrong because you could judge a homeless person one day and you could be in that same spot the next day, you know, so. Never judge a book by its cover. Think about what the person's going through before you do.
When people like Patty and I, when we go through issues like this, maybe people don't understand it. When you go up in life and there's issues that are hard for you to deal with when you're growing up, and then when you grow up and you think about everything that you went through in life, you know, whether it be from alcoholic family, abusive parents, it's just like everything that I try to do nowadays, I try to do the best I know. You go back to your past, but your past, you can't get rid of your past because you think you're doing good and then you fall backwards again. And that's kind of where I'm at now, because I want to move forward, and I guess maybe I'm trying to move forward because if everything has happened to me in the past, it's like hitting you back in the face again. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it's like I've got jobs where I trusted these people to pay me, and they didn't pay me, you know, and I needed that money for support, the financial support, to be able to keep my family stable.
What do you want for your future?
Family restoration.
She'll be all right. She has these little episodes where she tears up a little bit, but that's all this right here. But yeah, I want to be able to, you know, be financially stable and make sure that my health is proper, because I'm getting older and I want to make sure that her health issues are met so that she has a healthier life, and that we're able to raise our son, him to be here, not be somewhere else, and just have something that we can actually call ours.